Dads Podcast. I'm Brad Thompson, and hosting with me today, as always, is Ryan Dutton. And we're on the road again, Ryan, for another Fit Dads on Tour episode. Ryan, it's time for part 2 with Rebecca Jepson and Liz Bamforth, but now it's bigger and better. We're back at Redefine, the ultimate women's only gym, to catch up with Liz and Rebecca. And last time, you both blew us away with your vision, community, and jaw-dropping results. And since we've last been, you've had a huge upgrade, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Which, yeah, I mean, we're buzzing to be here. And look, the doors are open, weights are heavier, vibes are stronger than ever. So we're going to bust some myths today, girls, about women's training. We're going to talk gym upgrades, and we're going to be asking the questions we're all dying to know, mainly being, have the girls managed to make it even bigger and better?
It looks it, I'll say that. So yeah, when I walked in, it's awesome, this place, isn't it? It really is like, you know, it's just, I mean, how many bigger is it than the last place? It must have been at least four or five times.
Yeah, it was 1,500 square feet where we were, and we've got about 7,500 square feet here.
Wow.
Unreal.
And toilets are still in. I'm still getting over my mishap from last time. The cardinal sin, the women's gym, and don't leave the toilet seat up. And you've got to put the lid down as well, according to Liz.
You've got to put the lid down, yeah. I thought we were going to do that, but no, the lids stay up.
How has the entire process been of upgrading and getting bigger and better?
I wouldn't want to do it again.
Okay.
It's, I mean, I think the good thing about us is we both agree, we've got the same vision. We knew what we wanted to do, how we wanted to do it, where we wanted to end up. We didn't think about a lot of the in-between bits because if we knew what we knew now...
Forget about the numbers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just set it up.
It's been the hardest thing ever, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It really has, but also the most rewarding.
How have all the members taken to it? Have you had tons of positive feedback, I imagine? Like I think me and Ryan were both here for the open day, which...
I wasn't, sorry.
Oh,
no, what was I doing? I think I was at High Rocks that week.
Oh, yeah, you were.
I was.
Right, I'll represent you anyway, but...
They love it. I mean, in the old gym, which it was something we really loved, is they had a membership that included a certain number of classes. It meant they did dedicate exactly to that number, and it did make them come that number of times per week. But now it's unlimited, just from, well, we won't lie, it caused a lot of system issues. So we thought it would be a little bit more manageable, and the girls, but they've got an opportunity for the same price to do a lot more, so they absolutely love it. And we have added spin on as well, which the girls love as a nice way of doing cardio rather than your standard.
Nice.
Well, it's a lot more interesting than standing on a stepper for half an hour doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's just allowed us a lot more scope to be able to give the girls what we want, because we do, obviously we listen, we hear, we got the feedback, and we constantly learn and listen and hearing. So we've changed a couple of things already, and we'll constantly, we will carry on doing that, because at the end of the day, if our members don't like it, we're not going to be successful. So we'll constantly listen to feedback. Some of it we don't like.
Oh, you don't like.
I don't like.
Come on, let's spill the beans. What's been the worst suggestion you've had so far for changes?
Oh.
That's a proper hospital pass, that, Ryan.
Not enough pink in here.
Do you know, I don't really think there's been anything that bad.
No.
Or we just don't listen.
Just blank it out.
Yeah, I don't actually think there has.
I think they're just pleased that we've... I
mean, compared to the old place, how can you not be pleased with the upgrade here? Do you know what I mean?
I think
the standard of this as well, that's one thing I really want to highlight. It's not just been thrown together like a bit of like walls up there, a few dumbbells over there. This looks like, a commercial gym that's got multiple, locations across the country. It's that kind of standard.
Cleaner.
Yeah, good cleaner. But even the kit, like we were having a little play around with the primal safety bar, just giving it a good shake around, and it's solid kit in it. This isn't stuff that's going to be rickety, make you feel unsafe. It's solid.
That was important to us. We knew, because the nature of the beast that we were creating, and we didn't want to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of members. We knew the price point wasn't going to be the lower end, so it was really important to make sure that the experience and what we were providing was top class.
It definitely is. It's not decathlon in here, is it? You know what I mean?
So, objectively speaking, what are your girls' favourite parts of the gym? Because I remember when I used to work at a gym and we moved from a very similar size unit to the old Redefine into a bigger unit, probably about this size. I was just general managing then, and that was stressful enough. But I had my own individual, I suppose, favourite bits. Have you girls got any favourite bits of this new and improved one?
I love it all, I can't lie. There's nothing I could pick. I love the space. We can get a lot more creative in the classes. The spin size of it's good.
That's a big part. We were really restricted with space, so we've been able to open it up and be a lot more creative.
Even the kit though, like the belt squat, you've got the hack squat, you've got the front loaded machine, plate loaded squat.
Yep.
Like there's so many individual bits that are just very unique, but actually very women orientated as well.
We know women love to train lower body, don't they? And we
Yeah.
love to train lower body as well. So we've got absolutely. There's a couple more bits of kit that we want to get, but yeah, we've got everything.
What would you have if there's something else you could have right now? What would it be?
I want a horizontal, a vertical leg press.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
We want a lat raise.
Yeah, I want a lat raise. There's a few bits that we want. We love the pendulum squat's one of my favourites. We love the pendulum squat.
It's evil, isn't it?
There's a few bits, and we have just recently invested in a few more bits of kit, so we're getting a feel for it all the time. We're not buying anything like as we go along that we don't really need.
You don't need any more kit though. Like, everything here is.
We've got it all,
It's
yeah.
all the kind of. It's not only the basics, but it's everything above and beyond that.
I think we're the only gym in around with 6 Stairmasters.
Oh yeah,
I think so, yeah.
Do you know when I recommend Stairmasters to my clients, they always say, "Oh, that one that all girls are on." So I know it's a favourite.
Yeah, we do like a Stairmaster.
Has that been the most popular bit of kit, Stairmaster?
I don't think so. I don't.
I feel like traditionally, and this is in every gym, a lot of women that aren't overly confident in a gym environment go straight to cardio. So it is ideal when they walk through initially. That's what they tend to.
They can go up there and they can have a look around.
And they watch other people using the kit, and then they might think, "Oh, do you know what? I've seen someone do it. I might give it a go."
You know, that's one of, I suppose, the key reasons for us doing this again, to try and break down some women's only myths, and I'm pretty sure we'll come on to that. Yeah. But so here we go. Thanks, Ryan. Correcting me there. Went a bit cockeyed.
I just saw it slowly, like leaning towards you.
There's a joke there. I'm not going to do it. But like I said, in terms of questions, like myself and Ryan put out a bit of a poll along with you girls about some of the questions that maybe women struggle with when they come into a gym, and we've all, I suppose, spoken quite damningly about maybe people who aren't confident in a gym. And I love the setup here because yes, the treadmills are there as soon as you come through the door, but you can oversee what everyone else is doing. Have you found that's been a nice entry point for people?
Yeah, it was the gym. Nothing's fallen into place by accident here. The whole place was set up to make sure that even the most nervous person coming in could come through the door and get on a treadmill and catch the breath, and then slowly look up if they wanted to, and it definitely works.
That's
That
why
doesn't
the
surprise me at all.
bikes are lined up there so the girls can come in and watch a class.
Nice.
So yeah, everything has been done with the most. All due respect to people who are confident, obviously we've got some people who come in and smash it up here, but it's our job to reach out much further than that, and that's what we're doing. And that's so rewarding to see. Literally, like, it really is. We've seen people start on the treadmills and then slowly encroach a little bit more, and to watch their journey even over the past 12 weeks or so. It's been awesome, hasn't it? It really has.
Amazing. Doesn't surprise me because the last conversation we had, I coach females, but I was just so in awe about how you girls understood exactly what women wanted.
Yeah.
So when you got a place like this, it's like, right, blank canvas.
Yeah.
Where do we want every single piece of kit?
Absolutely.
You've positioned it to a T, which is really cool to hear.
Even down to the fact that obviously we've brought all our friends with us who do our beauty, so we don't have to go very far. So even the fact that we've now got a bench up there, so a lot of ladies come in and you see them looking through the windows, and they might come 3 or 4 times, and the seat where they sit waiting for the beauty treatments, you can see them looking, and then they get a little bit more, and then eventually the door goes and people have been coming in, we've been watching you. How can I get involved with it?
Brilliant.
So that's so nice, because that was just, it was a bit of a marketing thing, obviously, but it's just, it was nice.
I mean, yeah, for context as well, you only have to look up to see some of the extra units that are in here as well. What sort of other businesses are you girls hosting in this gym?
So we've got nails in the top corner, and there's also a makeup artist in there as well. Next along is beauty, so like brows, lashes, and then we've got lymphatic massage, so she's called Detox Room, does lymphatic massage. But we've also got she's a really fantastic physio in there on every Friday now.
Yeah.
So a little
It's
mixture
like a little,
of everything.
You could start at one end, couldn't you? To get me rubbed down on one end,
Absolutely.
get me lashes,
Yeah.
get me nails, and then I'm on to me reformer Pilates.
Yeah, everything.
I've absolutely come for a session, had a shower,
Yeah.
been up and had my makeup done, and gone out.
It's a day's event, isn't it? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, I love it. I love it.
One thing I want to know is, obviously, you girls, you've got such a good bond. So clear to see that even last time we met you. What has that been like setting up this place? Has it been tested? Have you had any kind of more disagreements? Because working with your friends is tricky, right? And they basically actively say avoid it, but...
See, I actually think the first time was harder than this time.
We didn't know each other.
Yeah, no, I feel like obviously there's always the thing with me and Liz is we both say exactly what we think and feel, and sometimes that can, like if you've ever been in gym when it's happened, everyone's like,
We have had a few
wow.
like disagreements on the gym floor.
Okay.
You can see people like they're like Homer Simpson.
Is that why this is great? Just to
honestly,
splendid.
yeah.
But no, like, this time was easier than
It was.
the first time.
It was, which is to say we were like 100-hour weeks have been the norm for a long time now.
Wow.
Obviously, with a new baby, a crazy dog, life outside of it. It's been really challenging, but I think we're both very much alike. When our back's against the wall, that's when we're at our best. And the things we have disagreements about are stupid things.
Like, I left a sweat mark on floor from stretching. She went bed. And I was like, she went, doesn't it bother you? And I was like, no, it's a gym floor. Like, I don't think it's that bad.
She's following you around, mop everywhere
No,
you go.
she did. She got the mop out. She aggressively got the mop out.
Give it a year. You'd be like,
you know what it is? I just want to make sure that, like, if you just let one little thing go, I don't want one person to walk in and think, I've heard it's great, and you know. So it's just my eye for detail is everywhere.
Are you worried about reputation? Are you worried about like people talking about it and the appearance of the gym?
Yeah, it's massively important because at the end of the day, you're all about word of mouth. And in fact, 2 ladies have been in today to come and have a look, and they're signing up. And they both say, you don't advertise much, do you? It's, it's all word of mouth. We haven't got a marketing budget particularly at the moment, so it's got to be word of mouth. But the organic growth for me is where it's just, that's where they're going to stay.
Yeah.
Like the aim here is to get the number of members. We're going to have a cap on members.
What's the cap you want?
We're not 100% sure yet, because obviously there's got to be a financial element in it. But we're looking about 650, 650.
Yeah. Compared to most commercial gyms, 2, 3, 4, 5,000. You know
Well,
what I mean?
apparently Pures have anywhere between 6 and 9,000.
Do they?
Yeah.
Wow.
But again, I'll go on record saying this, those sort of budget gyms, they lack a soul.
Absolutely.
And I love the fact that you see how busy your classes are, how much you girls care. And it has got a soul. I mean, talk to us about the team. I know the team's expanded a little bit. How have they settled into the new place?
I mean, do you know what it is? It's just like we like things how we like them. So they probably secretly hate us at the moment. But with the cleaning, they hate her. But no, it's a big adjustment.
Team,
I think we love the girls. It's just because it's new. It's been a lot of getting used to. How we worked before is completely different. Like, it was unmanned. We've now got to sort manned hours. There's a rota, so it's completely different.
Yeah,
so it's just trying to get it right. And because we aren't outside this, we're not very business savvy. We love this.
We know our industry.
Yeah, but some of the things in between we said, we
don't like it.
So we're learning as we go along.
Sometimes that's a good thing though, because you guys like creatives, right?
Yeah,
you know what you want, you know the vision, you know what your audience and the kind of type of community that you're trying to build.
Finance are like that.
You've just got to work out like alongside it how it all works numbers wise. But I think everything that's super successful always has that kind of visionary at the front.
Absolutely.
And you guys are obviously that. But
from the team point of view, I think like Rebecca said, we've put everything. This can't fail for us. So we've got to be on it all the time. We don't want one person to walk in, not a single person, and then not be said hello to, then not be coached properly. So we've got to be on the team's back a lot, and we are, but they're great. And we've got a couple of newer girls come through that we're really working with, and it's our vision to be the best female coaching team that we possibly can be. So
there's a little bit of pressure on him.
It's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure.
Yeah, but pressure's good, right?
Absolutely.
And it comes across in every decision you make. And but it's also balancing it between keeping the team motivated, active, and on point, but also, like I said, being the visionary.
Yeah.
I think it's part of raising standards as well. Like if you're not challenged and you're just left to do whatever you want.
Absolutely.
And I mean, is there anything that you girls have learnt about yourselves, not about each other necessarily? You mentioned that first step was quite difficult. Anything about, because I'm not going to lie, when I saw you again after the first episode, I'm thinking they've been through all this stress. Might let them off if they look a little bit dishevelled, but you both look great.
I don't even remember open day, I'll be honest.
No,
I don't remember open day. I don't remember any of it at all.
What, from the adrenaline?
I was just that exhausted.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Running into it was just...
Literally, I'd done completely.
But in terms
100-hour weeks just sound nuts.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
That's nuts.
And
that's still going on.
For months. It's dropped a little tiny bit, but you're never done. We never get, there's so many things we want to do. We've got so many ideas. We've got so much that we want to do. Like launching the app, obviously, has been the thing we've done most recently, which has not been easy for you.
No, I'm not. I'm not IT.
Yeah.
You're not.
No.
But I do it because I'm a little bit more patient.
I've got any patience.
I'm not better. I'm just more patient. And that's.
But it's all been worth it. That's the thing.
Good. I think in terms of stuff, like I said, you've learned about yourselves.
Sorry,
Beck's mentioned about, the patient side of things.
Oh,
Liz, you've mentioned
Liz
about the high standards. Have you always known that about yourselves?
Surely you do.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? This is a baby. This is my baby, and I'm just I do like things done in a certain way. But it set us in good stead. And at the end of the day, like I said, if we succeed, I'm not going to lay off. So I'm not going to stop wanting to aim higher and higher and higher. But if we succeed, the whole team succeeds. So I'm not going to stop. I can't. I don't know any different.
I think that's probably what I've took most out of this is the things that I am far more relaxed on. Lizzie's definitely not, but that's what works. So like you're a lot better. Like if I had staff on my own, oh my God, they'd walk all over me, I'm telling you. I'm like, just train on shift, it's fine.
Yeah.
She's like, no, So
you've got to run a tight ship.
So so we work, that's probably what I've learned.
Every now and again you blow up. And I have to listen to the ranch, she'll phone me after a 14-hour shift together. I've got Tringy, I'm really sorry, this is quarter to night, and I'm just trying to chill because I've been up since 5, and she blows down the phone, and the lock comes, and then she'll go and go to bed, and I'm like up in bed like, and that does happen. So
But I think you don't create a place like this unless there's that attention to detail, and you've got, you know exactly what you want. Like you come in and it's details I think that girls like as well, isn't it? Whether it is just like the little pieces of kit where they are, whether it's the cleanliness, whether it's the details of the styling of it, little things.
I walked in the toilet the other day and Becky Smith, who runs at Beautiful You upstairs, one of our friends, she was in there and she got a piece of kitchen while she was wiping the sinks down, and she went, does that rat annoy you when they don't put the tap straight? And I was like, yeah, it does, I'm glad it does you as well. And we came out, we're like, whoa, what's happening? It's yours. And now we've all started it, I'm like, and I said, should I put the tap straight? Yeah.
I want to address something that we were talking about a little bit before we came on the pod, which was obviously after the open day, you tried to do a little bit of marketing online. You were in the kind of Sheffield Star, was it?
Yeah, I've been recently been in the Star.
And there were some interesting comments, wasn't there, online about kind of a women's only gym and the uproar it caused, which, for people who've been in the gym environment like us, there's normally some kind of women's section in the commercial ones. Why has it got so much pushback, do you think? Or why did it get a little bit of pushback?
I honestly don't know. I really don't know, because I think, like we said before, a women's only gym wasn't anything about being anti-men. So we just say it was just normal for us. It's just what we do. So for people to have such aggressive opinions about it was really quite shocking.
There was one phrase on the first episode you said that kind of put it all into perspective for me. You said, it's not about training where there's not men, it's about training where there's women.
Absolutely.
And I absolutely love the way you phrased that. And you said it just so off the cuff, but it just basically put your whole vision into a sentence. And I think women need other women to champion them and be around them and understand what it's like to go through certain challenges that women go through.
I think the opening this has shown it even more, because now we've got more new members than we had old members. So the newer members that have come in have now overtaken the number that we brought with us. And all the new members they've just fit seamlessly together. And it's so nice to see. It's like you watch people who don't know each other become friends in the gym. They don't have to be friends outside the gym, but that support is incredible. And when you are going on a journey, the amount of times that you'll have heard this from clients as well, that when we might have taken say for example, a 40-year-old woman who's never trained before might be sort of just want to change the lifestyle, might be overweight, might maybe drink a few more bottles of wine than they want to in a week, and they come and they start doing the fitness journey, the healthy fitness journey with us, and the amount that lose friends along the way is astounding. And so then the people.
What's that down to? Is it jealousy? Is it you just not associate with those people anymore?
I think a lot of people don't like change, and I think also it could be that they're holding a mirror up to the friends, because obviously you're friends because you do the same thing. So to then lose friends, we had women in tears in here because all of a sudden the people that they thought would support them aren't doing, and yet people in the gym are supporting them.
It's almost like a bit of a filter, that, isn't it, in your life? Like get into something that you love and see who champions 100%. You, who gets behind you, and who actually like makes you feel shit about it.
Yeah. And you know what, it happens a lot. That's not just a one-off.
Yeah, it's funny you should say. I had a story recently where a woman lost a good amount of weight, confidence boomed, she were healthy, she were happier, and her friends, the key comment that they said was, "You were funnier when you were fat."
Well, that's exactly.
And that is honestly to hear stuff like that is horrendous, and that's more of a reflection again on the friendship group, 100%. And I suppose just that fear of maybe not changing to please these people who probably don't want what's best for you.
That we hear it so much, Brad. That's so typical. So if we can provide that space where they have got people, and it's awful, isn't it? When you think it's really bad.
The people closest to you really actually don't want the best for you.
No, absolutely.
As long as it's that thing of, as long as you're not doing better than me, I'm happy to be your friend.
Completely,
Should we bust some myths?
Let's do some myth busting. We've got plenty of questions, haven't we? So let's see what's what.
We'll start with girls, if that's all right. Some of the ones that you got sent, which was, here we go, carbs and no carbs. Okay. What common questions do girls get asked about? Do carbs make me fat? Like, what happens when I eat carbs? Should I cut them out completely? Can we?
No carbs before marbs, isn't it?
That's it.
So, I mean, let's be honest. It's not carbs that make you fat. It's muffins and cookies and alcohol, and So let's go try and get rid of that straight away. Some people need more carbs than others. Some people move more than others. Some people tolerate carbs better. It's not a one size fits all. You can't generalise with that at all. For example, a premenopausal woman probably needs less carbs and a bit more fat, for example.
Absolutely.
Somebody who's running, 3 miles a day and training 5 times a week and has got a busy lifestyle are going to need more carbs. Carbs are energy. But overall, if you ate, I wouldn't advise this, if your calorie deficit was 1,500 to lose body fat and you ate all that in carbs, you would still lose weight. We won't advise it.
Won't feel great.
Yeah, it wouldn't feel great, but carbs aren't the enemy, and we need to feed them. I love a lot of carbs, and we do generally 20,000 steps a day around this bigger place now. But
I feel like it's not carbs; it's the type of carbs we all eat now.
Absolutely,
that is the problem. Just highly processed. They're not what we should be eating. It's more that than anything else, isn't it?
I think it can shock a lot of women when you see someone who has a good amount of muscle, they're fit, they're active, they're healthy, and then girls like yourself might tell them how much you eat. Does it ever take them by surprise? I know you said 20,000 steps a day. I'm not asking for exact numbers, by the way, but do you find that with girls who've got more muscle and that sort of stuff?
We try to be quite careful with. One of my pet hates is PTs. You did a post. What I eat in a day.
Yeah.
That's not very helpful for a lot of people.
Because it's one day.
And
what happens the next day? Do the same thing? You don't do that same thing every single day.
And it's you against, you're not,
Also, how often are you training?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm this lean on 2,500 calories. But what I'm not telling you is I'm lifting 5 times a week and doing 30-minute steady state cardio in the morning. If it's not...
so we're very careful to try and avoid that. So it always feels what's the point in telling what I eat? If they ask, I'll tell them.
All the girls said to me though, you're either eating or telling us you're hungry. So they'd all said, do you really eat? And I'm like, yeah. I do. And I've started marathon training, and now
It's off the scale.
It's not normal. And I am definitely eating carbs, a lot of them.
Is marathon booked as well?
Yeah, I'm doing Rome next year.
Oh, yeah.
I'm making an holiday out of it.
We're all going.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
It's
Are you
one
doing
of
it as well, Liz?
No.
Come on.
No, but running's behind me now. I used to love running. I used to run a lot.
Yeah.
But I just think now, at my sort of age, I need to focus on making sure that I'm around forever. Marathon running knackers you up, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And I don't
Joints
want to.
out.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that.
I'm sorry to make this transition after Liz has just said at my age,
Oh.
but
Next question.
cut that right if you want. We got a question about how menstrual cycles can affect training and how you can support yourself through it.
So
throughout
we
that menstrual
discussed
cycle.
this and laughed because we were absolutely on the same page. So I can remember reading something, coach, I know very well, but does your coach even know you if they don't know your menstrual cycle? And I was like, what? So you might disagree with us, but in my opinion, so there's an element of it that you have to recognise, I suppose. It depends what level of training you're doing as well, let's face it. If you're just doing a nice 3 sessions a week maintenance, your goal's just to be nice and healthy, maintain your weight, but you're not extreme training, then are you going to give someone a week every 4 weeks to go, I need to take it steady this week because I'm having a period? No. And we don't think that.
It's 12 weeks a year, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's difficult for me, and I've mentioned this before, as a male coach, trying to
gauge it.
because obviously we're human beings, and whether you're male or female, certain clients will try and make excuses for not doing stuff. I can't turn around as a male sometimes and say, look, I'm not sure if it's that's the issue, the time of the month stuff, or it's the fact that you just generally can't be asked. And I never ever pull people up on it, but there's always that thought in your mind. And I think you generally understand your own client though, don't you? Like people you work with.
And you will do.
Yeah. Because I also coach clients who, like, you know, they just do half marathons while they're on the time of the month. They'll do competitions. Nothing will ever faze them. If it falls, if they have something booked in, it's important. They want to do it, and it falls on that time in the month. They're not stopping doing it.
No.
There's no excuses coming in. They're going to get it done no matter what. They won't be the best performance, but they're getting it done.
Like Rebecca said, the general population will just do it. Obviously, you are always going to have. There are some females that really do. Really do struggle.
I know what you'd say is just a lighter session, a steadier session.
Yeah.
And I agree with that as well. Like,
100%.
you see, even as a male, I've never know what it feels like, right?
Yeah.
But I see some girls who
struggle with it,
absolutely. And you know, for a few days in a month, like, they have to take it off because it's just certain girls get it worse than others, right?
Yeah, I mean, there was one of the girls in the class the other day, and halfway through I saw her and I said, "You all right?" She said, "I'm really I've got a really bad day," and she was struggling. But I just said, just take it a little bit easier, you know, do what you need to. When she left, you're not going to feel worse. In fact, if anything, obviously when you're training, it does flood your body with some natural painkillers. So 9 out of 10 times you are going to feel that bit better if you can get through it. But yeah, it's not, I can hand on heart say in 10 years of coaching women,
I've never asked them the cycle.
I've had that conversation. You've told me.
I'd be a bit weirded out if the coach came to me and goes, I know every single girl's cycle that coach. I'm like, you fucking crazy. What are you doing with them girls?
Go on.
What's going on here?
It was a female coach, by the way.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was a female
Makes it slightly better, doesn't it?
Male, that would be weird.
But I was surprised to read it because at the end of the day, you are giving someone a permission to take it easy for a week by using that terminology. And I just think if they come and they said it's this time of the month and I feel crap, we're gonna go a bit like that.
It's refreshing to take that, because I think most of the stuff you see online when it comes to training and menstrual cycles is probably the opposite of that, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yes. I don't know what it is. It's like, if you're going to get a few more clients buying into you because you take that view, then maybe they're not the type of clients we want anyway.
Okay. Love that. Yeah, putting it out there.
Again, I've always said to attract the people you want to attract. You've got to repel people. Like, honestly, I'm not into the bodybuilding community at all, and I don't have many people who want to train that way.
Yeah, it's just,
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm buzzing.
Our girls, we have we come into contact with a lot of women, and it's generally not an issue.
And I bet as well, like, it changes women's opinion.
Yeah.
Like, it makes them ask themselves internally,
100%.
Is this something I can miss? Is this session do I really need to miss this? Or is it something that I can probably get through?
There's nobody more sympathetic, believe it or not, than us when we need to be. The point.
I mean,
yeah, she's not great. There was a girl the other day, and she came in the class, and I had 24 in the class, and I was coaching, and she was doing a bicep curl, and I said, "You all right?" She was like, "That HRT is making me feel really, really emotional." So she's bicep curling into it. And I've seen you hug 2 people when they came in today. You didn't hug me. Do you want to hug now? Yes. Dumbbells went down middle of the class. I had a hug. Eyes filled with tears. Smashed through the rest of it. So I can be that way if I want to be. And that's a true story that happened this week.
Bless her.
And she's not a huggy person normally, but I was like, you need a hug, don't you? She's about 1.5 foot taller than me. So she said, sat down. So yeah, there is, we're aware of like females' hormones and how it can affect your mood, etc. But we just try not to make it as an excuse for not performing.
Yeah.
There you go, if you want a hug, just ask.
Absolutely.
That's the lesson of today.
I love a hug.
Apart from
you might not get
one. Another question you got was supplements to take daily, which, again, bit of a bugbear for me at the minute, where people almost lean into supplements as a fix rather than focusing on the essentials. Yeah. What's your girls' thoughts on that?
We do always say, like, if you're having a super healthy, balanced diet, then the likelihood is you will get a lot of what you need from that. However, probably a few that we don't push, but if people ask, creatine, we do think it's
I do push creatine, I can't lie.
Yeah.
I do push creatine.
I forget to have it.
There's very little detriment to people.
Creatine is the only supplement that's ever been scientifically proven to work.
Yeah.
It's the only supplement.
There's so much more research now as well coming out around women and creatine as well.
Dementia and that. Is it the cognitive therapy? Have you not seen all that?
I've seen little bits. Yeah, I've got a client who's going through like maybe she's not confirmed, but she thinks she's going through like early menopause.
Right.
And anything like supplement wise that she thinks she can take. I'll tell you maybe 20% of the questions I got were from her, which was brilliant. Yeah, she's great. Yeah. She's really on the ball with it. And I'm not sure if that was one of the questions you pulled from mine, Brad, about the supplements, but she did ask that actually anything specifically for women and obviously brands as well that you guys use. But she takes creatine, loves it, and she definitely felt that benefit of just having more energy and feeling like cognitive, she's a bit more there.
Sharp,
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I do take 5 or 6 a day. When I take immune support, which is just like an overall health capsule, and it works massive for me. Take extra strength cod liver oil, 2 lots of that every single day.
Those knees.
Yeah, absolutely. I've never had an issue with anything. Touch wood, so hopefully it'll stay that way. What else?
Magnesium's another massive one at the moment.
I forget that.
It is a massive one.
Yeah, it is huge.
I get a lot of Nutrition Geek because what you find is they've got, so you might take one and whatever it's needed to support the absorption of it, it has the others in.
Yeah.
So if you are wanting to, they are great. They've got, I did buy it actually because I got poorly. I don't get poorly that often now. And I was poorly and I thought, because I've got marathon training out and I lost like a week and a half to it and I was like, oh God. So I bought a bundle that supported immunity, so that'll be similar. And that came as like vitamin D, magnesium with your B vitamins in your main ones and stuff like that. But honestly, I do think if you are having a really well-balanced diet, you shouldn't really need loads of supplements.
Yeah, I mean, the clue's in the name, isn't it? It's a supplement.
Yeah.
It's not an essential.
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I mean? Yeah.
What kind of brands do you guys gravitate towards? Is it Nutrition Geek?
It's really good. There's also on Amazon that I use. It's a New You, and the immune support one that I get from that I swear by. Works out about £16 for 6 months.
Is it?
Yeah, and when you're in a gym environment, you're working, you're touching a lot of mucky stuff, and our immune system must be really low while we're working all those hours, and we were sound.
Well,
Absolutely. Obviously, we have good diets anyway, but
it's tricky because sometimes how ill you get is a good indicator of where your immune system's at, and everyone's has got a predisposition for that. But I do think supplements, an immune system supplement, can help with that.
Just that little bit, But I don't want the women to go out and just buy everything that they're being marketed to. There's clever marketing on Instagram.
Yeah. It's everywhere nowadays, isn't it? If you just type into Google supplements, your feed the next 2 weeks will be like ashwagandha, mushrooms, you'll have all sorts of comments.
And everybody goes around here like wildfire, and they're all on it. I'm like, just give us your money. Just give it to me. You're daft. Stop wasting your money on this stuff.
It's the magic pill, isn't it? Everyone's that.
Yeah, absolutely, And
I'm trying to see marketing through a bit of a lens right now, which is either pressing on pain points, which I think a lot of marketing companies do.
100% agree,
Whereas I think what you girls do is you almost market unintentionally from a place of desire.
100%.
Like, this is what we've created. Come in enjoying it. And it's definitely what me and Ryan try and do and want to affiliate self with because,
I do think that's the beauty of we're around such a mixed age group of women all day, every day. So we get to hear everything, then filter out and then share it back. So I think that's that real, I like that.
What are the age ranges here? What's the youngest and oldest clients you have?
12 is the youngest, because we take team, we've got a team membership, and the oldest is 66.
Wow.
And everything in between. I think
we did have an older client, didn't we?
Yeah. 66, 67, the oldest one. The average, the main, I think the age from 25 to 37 is our biggest age group, and then 37 to 60 is the next.
Okay, cool.
Amazing. One other question we got is a bit more philosophical, which is about thoughts on being good all week, good in quotation marks, and then having a cheat day. Have you girls got any thoughts on cheat days?
I hate the word cheat day.
Okay.
I absolutely despise it. What are you cheating on?
Do you know what I think brought that in?
The Rock.
The Rock.
I hate it.
He used to but he wouldn't have it like all the time. He'd have it like once every 3-4 months. I think people took it as like a weekly thing in the day. So he used to you've seen
and
The
he
Rock,
would also eat like 500 donuts and be
it'd be ridiculous.
crazy.
He'd have like 20 pancakes, honey all over it, all sorts of stuff.
What is a cheat like?
Which now he's done a massive thing on how he's struggling. He's trying to lose weight for a film, isn't he? He's done a big thing on how he's struggling to get down. Yeah,
I know he's reduced his Mexican supplement, shall we say? I know I think they've come down. I saw an article recently that showed some pictures and how he's changed as he's getting older now. I don't think he can continue taking what he was taking when he was in like the WWE and all that stuff. So I think that's probably had a big effect on it because hormones are massively related to weight loss, right? So when you're not on the kind of, all the testosterone enhancing supplements, weight loss becomes a little bit more tricky.
Yeah, going back that cheat thing, it's like the connotation of that straight away. If you allow yourself this cheat day, and the next day you wake up and you're like full of self-hate, because the connotations of cheating on yourself it just breeds bad. I don't like that habit of the cheat day.
Maybe a cheat. I don't mind a cheat meal, but we do it like when there's a goal, like a serious goal been achieved. Because I also think rewards are quite good things to aim for.
100%.
So there's some level of normality. So you're not for the rest of your life never having a pizza or a burger or anything like that.
See, I don't even see them. We don't look at them as cheats anyway. It's just food.
We deliver something completely different because we don't get that clientele very often. We'll get an odd client that really wants. Get shredded, whatever. But we encourage a balanced approach to everything, and then you don't really need a cheat because it's a normal part of the everyday thing that you do. Yeah. Not every day, but
it's not off limits, is it? So the minute somebody tells you something's off limits, you want it. So if you think, I'm going to save that up, and it just doesn't. It's just
sometimes as well. You can very quickly see eating disorders with that stuff, can't you? Because when you get someone coming to you and going, I never have cheat meals. I'm had a Mackey's or a takeaway, and however long. Some people generally don't like it, but a lot of people are just creating this little strange relationship with food.
You're setting them up to fail, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
The amount of girls we've had come in here, and we've seen them, we've looked at their Instagram, and at some point they've been like really, really tiny and really, really lean. And they've been screwed up to get to that point, and we have to undo that. So they might have got them on like 1,000 calories a day and doing like all this training, and all of a sudden they're lost because they've done these bloody meal plans, so they've just followed a script and eaten horrific things 50 times a day, And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I don't know what to do now.
Yeah.
And we've had to reverse that out of it a little bit. So
that's becoming the norm in our industry though. We've spoken a lot about like the online coach style of training at the moment and how that's just, you know, everything's about getting the best results in the shortest period of time.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they look amazing, like, but they don't feel amazing.
No.
And that's how they feel in like a month's time, 3 months' time, 6 months' time, when they've piled it all back on, hormones are shot.
And the rest.
Yeah, and then they can't lose weight further down the line because the metabolism's completely naffed.
Absolutely.
For someone who's maybe unsure about that, you said about reversing out of it. I'm not going to lie, I've made a career out of that. I used to train a lot of people who were 6 days a week training, 1,000 calories. What's your understanding if someone's listening right now and they are in that spot and they came to Redefine, what sort of stuff would you advise them to do in that reversing process?
Really, really slow though, but I would put myself in a category where I've done that in the past, 100%. Probably when I met you, I'd got lots of a terrible relationship with food, a lot of avoidance foods. I did a lot of damage when I was young. So, but I think it's a slow process. It's not, don't just bang 2,000 calories in, because it's got to be a slow process, because I think you go the other way then as well and feel horrific because you've put on weight.
And I think,
so it's like, then it's a cycle again of doing this, feeling like, right, I feel terrible again, I'm going to go back to what I know and go back to that. So I think it's a really gradual, slow, steady increase of your calories, because if you've been eating 1,000, you're going to feel horrific.
Mentally as well as physically. You can't just put all that food in your body. So it's, we're just a very hand-holding. And I think this is where the app's going to be quite good for us, because not everybody wants personal training, not everybody wants that close. However, we can then really monitor and keep an eye on the weekly check-ins with what's going on. People just want the hand-holding sometimes, don't they? And knowing that what they're doing is where it's leading to, an understanding. We really explain to women why they're doing what they're doing, rather than just spoon-feed them.
Since we last spoke, I'm not sure if I mentioned it on the last podcast or not, but weight loss drugs. This is something that I think generally female audience will use more than men.
Yeah.
Is there discussions in here about like, you know, your Ozempics, Manjaros, Retatrutide, things like this? Okay.
It's half of a joke and then it's so serious, and the other half, like someone will say, oh, I'm sick of this now. I'm getting me sent on Ozempic. I
think we've seen, I'm working with one of our members here who's done it the absolute textbook perfect way. And it's a brilliant story. So she came, she got the first 2 stone off just doing the Ozempic. And then she walked into the old gym actually and she was like, right, I'm here. And I'll be honest, at first I thought, she's never going to stick to this, no chance. So I set her a couple of goals. So I said to her at first, you can only come once a week. She was like, why? I won't come once a week, because I know her, and I know she'd be like, whoa, 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 and then fall off it. Then she came twice a week, and then it was 3 times. She did that for a while, and the weight was falling off. And then she's come here, and we've just hit the 5 stone mark now.
Wow.
And somebody said to me, why does she look so good? Because she's weight trained all the way through it. So she's not just done that, she's weight trained all the way through it. I've
got a client who's exactly the same.
And this
that
is
is the right way of doing
absolutely.
it. If you can't just go on that and expect to do nothing else. It's a bit like it's like a more evasive Weight Watchers, basically.
Absolutely.
Because they were just focusing on the food, not really giving out much training, advice. You know, and I think how she found it kind of phase. Is she still on the weight loss drugs, or is she phasing off now? She's
gone. So she's come off Ozempic, and I don't know that much about this bit, but she's told me, and she's gone on is it Wegovy, the next one?
Okay.
And apparently and anybody might correct me if I'm wrong here, but from what she was saying to me, the Ozempic obviously blocks the hunger hormone and stops you from wanting anything. Wegovy now stops blocking the hunger hormone quite as much. So although it keeps you a little bit, it's the next phase on. Okay. So now she's got to use her willpower to stop her wanting it, which to me sounds great.
But it's tricky that someone's got themselves to that situation where they're now relying a little bit on that drug to keep them in the shape they're in and
However,
keep the hunger at bay.
I feel because she's absolutely now fallen in love with the process of training, she loves how it makes her feel. She looks incredible. I'm going to share it next week.
Okay.
So I think we've had her long enough to instill in the fact that, and I think she will always now train. She's lost without the place.
Yeah. She'll probably find it easier to come off it, and her weight training, if she's lifting some heavy weights as well, like her appetite eventually will be really good, but she'll have to manage that obviously without the drugs eventually.
I think the scary thing for us is that we do feel there's going to be some sort of massive fallout off the back of this at some point. If it was me, if I was the Prime Minister, I would have, or whoever it is who says you can have this stuff, my take would have been a lot more controlled of the actual
I think it will
prescriptions.
eventually. Maybe.
But also, I think they really, really needed to push, if you are having it, recruit people like us to work with them and say, yeah, but you've got to do something else.
It's funny that we've done 2 full podcasts now about weight loss drugs and going into detail about them, and I share the same theory really. I actually think for a lot of people they're really good
100%.
Because they stop. I mean, they're unbelievably effective in their results. But the issue is when people come off them, they put all the weight back on.
Absolutely.
And more, so why aren't these big companies and corporations who are producing them working with coaches?
Absolutely.
If they were really genuinely bothered about people's health and them not coming back for more, why would you not speak to people like us and have teams of people who can coach you through training, exercise, alongside your prescription?
And I can't help but feel like it needs to be more advertised as momentum.
100%.
So that first 2 stone that your client lost, that momentum, being able to think, I can now move a bit more pain-free. I can come into a gym. I can do X, Y, and Z. And then ultimately easing off. Who's to say we don't end up having a placebo
in
your weight loss jab where you still believe that you're on it, but the effects are minimum to zero. Like that could definitely be a thing. Speaking of that momentum, you mentioned the app a couple of times now. Is that just members only, or can someone pick that up from anywhere?
That's our online platform now that we really want to push out there.
Very cool.
I think for me, we got to a point where we've seen ladies come in and they were on the phone, and we watched what they were doing, and we're like, what are they doing? Not quite sure. So a few times gone over what you're doing. They've gone on an online trainers program, and I'll be honest, 9 out of 10 times they're diabolical. They're not personalised in any which way. It's a bro split, or it's just awful. So that really pushed us to think, we need to do this. We know we're good at what we do when it comes to programming, And I thought, and they're paying a lot of money for it. So ours is going to be more cost effective. Not every time.
Is it attached to the gym? Is it more of your own personal business alongside the gym?
No, it's attached to the gym.
So basically, we've got our own app on the App Store now.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, so but it's available to anybody. We had a lot of women message us to say, God, I wish we were close enough to work with you. Well, now anybody can, wherever they want to in the world.
Amazing.
But yeah, we do. We've got an offer actually in November starting, because we really want to get it out there. So if you join the gym on a gym only in November, you get 8 weeks access to the app. So we'll train you, we'll do everything that you need to do for that. So
there is an online aspect to working with you guys now.
Absolutely,
Brilliant, that's awesome. Because you guys, when it comes to girls and women, you just get it so much, and it's a shame that could be confined only to this
and that's what we
area in Sheffield. You know what I mean?
That was the feedback we were getting. So we just want it to get out there now. We've got a few people on it, just wait for the feedback.
Brilliant, love that.
And going back to what you said about not being very business savvy, I honestly think that this online platform almost plays in your favour as well, because it's not about solely the money. It's not about fleecing people and not giving them what they pay for. And I just think that's such a good staple for not just good coaches, but just good people, which you both very clearly are. So
and it's against the trend, isn't it? Everyone wants, you go to any business mentors targeting coaches and PTs. It's all based around
emails.
Charge
do
more,
you need
do
help
this.
with your business?
Very aggressive, isn't it, in terms of sales?
I do think we're a bit daft sometimes, I'll be honest, because we've done so much. We've done probably 20 different memberships and probably put on a few too many classes, just trying to reach enough people, and trying to make sure everything fits for everybody. And it's run us ragged. And we're working at more of a loss than we would have done for that reason. However, we're just hoping it comes back tenfold at some point.
And again, everyone thinks we're in the game of just getting clients and getting money, but actually we're in the game of reputation and trust.
Absolutely.
Helping people. That's what we're in the game of. We are in the game of helping people.
100%.
Health, performance, fitness.
And again, speaking of helping people, another question we got was about quick fixes, and I suppose the worst quick fixes that you girls have seen. Maybe any common ones that you think, oh, I'm coming in, I'm doing this juice diet, and I'm doing this, and...
I mean, we've had a few clients that are on weight loss that aren't big, and I think that's probably the biggest thing I've noticed recently. It used to be quick fit diet, like diets.
Now they're jobbing.
Yeah, and now that is a huge problem. And when you haven't got an excessive amount of weight to lose, I think you can. We can call it. I think you can call it me now, because it's not. It's not weight loss that you need when you don't need to lose much weight. It's excessive weight loss instantly on somebody that doesn't need to lose a lot of weight. And a lot of that weight then is muscle mass, not fat mass. So you can tell. But
we've got a couple of people. Yeah, we've got a couple of people that won't own it, but we can clearly see that there's something else there, because we've known them for a long time. We know what the struggles have been, and all of a sudden they do get a certain look. And we see it, and I find that really sad, because I remember the 90s when it was really in to be like skinny and waif-like, and I never wanted that to come back again. It's not good for young kids. It's not good for anybody, because shrinking yourself like that, just to look a certain way, just breaks my heart.
And scientifically speaking, everything down-regulates.
100%.
If you're not getting enough fuel for what you need, yes, you will lose body weight, probably body fat, but everything's down-regulating. You're literally becoming, taken to the extreme, unhealthier.
Absolutely.
And that is, we're in the game and not encouraging people to do that, are we?
Yeah.
But I think everyone should be promoting higher output as opposed to less input.
100%.
Train harder, lift heavier, do more, push yourself harder. Your calorie burn will be higher, rather than just reducing that input to the point where, at the same level.
Miserable, aren't you?
Miserable.
This is something that comes up in workshops when women are perimenopausal, and when the worst thing to do is do excessive weight loss at that point, because your hormones are all over, and then you're doing excessive weight loss, which is making your hormones even worse. So it has such a negative impact.
So what sort of damage does that do, like, for the sake of the listener, if someone does go through constant periods of loss, gain? We spoke about hormones. Anything with the metabolism that you girls are willing to share? Like, 'cause you hear people have metabolic damage, and people who maybe struggle to lose weight, even though the calories are absolutely rock bottom. I'm just curious to hear it from two empowering women who can maybe put that better than what I can.
I think obviously from a nutritional point of view with the hormones, don't you? But I think if you, as Rebecca said there, I do think that a lot of people in the industry do prey on women who maybe get to like perimenopause, and you start to feel a little bit different. So you might look a bit more achy, a bit more tired. So straight away, so people say, oh, I've gone through menopause, I've got this. That's generally not the result of the menopause. It's the result of you're slowing down a bit more. You're parking a bit closer to everything. You're just not moving as much. Then you feel a bit rubbish. You might not eat right. You get your sugar cravings. So is that totally to do with the menopause? Is that to do with the lifestyle change? So I think that's a big part of it.
I feel like Ryan flies this flag a lot, where he talks about we're living in a world now that's not really designed to make us healthier.
Absolutely not. Just makes you.
I say that a lot to my clients. I say this world's set up to make you fail.
100%.
You are only a byproduct. You're only here with me because you're a byproduct of how our industry 100%. And our society is set up. And it's not your fault. You've just fallen into the trap. Our job is to get you out of that trap, see things differently. And
it's the nicest way.
What was it? No, but you are right. The society makes you lazy, and I think it's a constant gratification. I'm hungry, I eat. Like, nobody wants to feel hungry anymore.
I want to know Rebecca's way of putting it now. I feel like I need to know the way you two put it.
No, I do agree with you. Like, we live completely different now. I mean, once upon a time, everything that we did in a household was hard work. Now it's all, I mean, I'm thinking about buying one of the Hoovers and mops your floor. I mean, that's insane. But then I am not a woman that stays at home and has all that. Yeah. So I suppose, but I do agree. But we all make decisions.
Yeah, we do. You've got to own it. If you're in that position, you've got to own it, and you've got to make sure they know they need to own it. But I just with COVID and working from home now, like you'll get certain clients coming in, I'm sure, and joining classes, and they literally haven't moved all day. It's the first time they've moved.
Yeah, somebody told me they did 2,000 steps a day. I do that going to the toilet. Do you know?
What are you doing in that toilet?
But I do like to get up and down and go to the toilet, I don't know, 8 times a day. You're doing that.
She doesn't sit still, like she's fidgeting. She doesn't
I imagine this is really uncomfortable for you now, Lindsay.
You know, I've been
that was the first comment she made after the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever sat for that long.
I find it so hard to sit still.
And I suppose it's just a habit as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's that if you get into that habit of movement, and we know how good it is for digestion, just from a habitual getting up. Like if you drink enough water, you're going to go to the toilet as much as Liz. Like,
but don't get me wrong. Then like when I go out on a Saturday night, I might have the odd night when we go out once every month or 6 weeks or so. Drink too much on that Sunday. I will not move. I'm there. Don't move me. Don't phone me, don't message me, don't look at me. I'm sat on that sofa.
Don't look at you. That is intense, isn't it?
Don't even look at me. I'm there. I'm not moving.
Christ.
I'm eating what I want to eat when I want to eat it, and I'm not moving. So
And don't look at me while I'm eating.
from one question that's just sprung to my mind about, obviously me and Ryan are both dads, we're really keen to support our other halves in what they want to do. Are there any commonalities that you see, maybe members coming in and maybe partners who can do a little bit more to support them? Like, is there anything that us as...
I don't even think I want to open that kind of worms.
Do you know what? I think you'd be surprised how helpful that is, because we had, who was on the podcast we had the other day about breastfeeding.
Yeah,
and she went into grave detail about how new dads can really support their partners through, their first stages and stuff. It was...
What? How?
Well, basically, support. I'm not talking.
I'll hold you that. There you go.
I've heard of baby trying to latch onto man-boobs, but that biologically that wouldn't work.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, first of all, it's like bottle feeding. You can help.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant breastfeeding specifically.
Well, that's definitely not that. But they can help the mum out, for example. I found it really useful because I was like, actually, the dad can do a lot in those first few months to support the mum, support the baby, not by giving them milk from your man boobs, but other things around it. So I think coming back to Brad's question, how can men support women on their journey? Like, what would you guys say is the best advice there?
God, we don't even know if they don't, because we never talk about them.
Is
that really interesting? I think that's put one of my worries.
Yeah.
Basically, that women's only gym, you just come in and slag off your partners. That's so reassuring to
know. Do you know what though? The other day Ryan was ringing me excessively, and I'd just done spin. I'd had to pause it twice. Like, stop ringing me. Like, and then it were like, I don't know where we've ran out of nappies.
Oh yeah, where are the nappies?
Where are they? And I were like, no, we haven't. There's a massive bag of them. They're not where they usually are. The bag is slightly larger than the last one, so I've had to move the location.
Yeah,
it's like the door next to it.
So the advice for men is just don't ring me ever when you've got a problem.
Just open your eyes.
Do you know, I think it's...
Every woman says the same thing, and I do think this, and this is no offence to men, but a lot of men stay at work and a lot of women go part-time. It's not all the time, but a lot of the time. So a lot of the responsibility for the child is a bit more on the mom, because at the end of the day, if you're working 2 and they're working 5, that's given, and that's how it should be, because then you are even. But I feel like even when you transition back into a bit more hours, the men forget that you've transitioned into more hours. So that would be my best advice, is when things start adapting, you also have to adapt with that.
I saw a funny joke the other day about just that, like not being able to find stuff. So apparently this joke goes that there's never going to be a female pope, all right? Because 500 years ago, somebody lost the Holy Grail. Right? A woman pope's going to come in and go, it's there. It's there.
That is so true.
We found it.
Honestly, that is so true. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. And it's
It's a question that is asked before they've looked.
Yeah.
Every woman were like, God, that sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
I think one bit of advice I would give to men, and I do really think this, I mean, we both massively, and you'll know how important exercise is for mental health. So if you want a happy life and you want a partner or a wife who is the best then, support them to train, support them to get out into the gym, you know, make sure you give them that time. I know a lot of men, and it drives me mental, who will get up in the morning at 5 o'clock to go to the gym before they go to work. Give your other half some time to do that as well. Share it out.
Yeah.
We had a girl come in and say he's managing to train in the morning and go boxing at night, and it's my first session at week, and it was like Thursday, and I was like,
that's just not acceptable.
I wonder if I know who that is, because I know one of Amy's friends is over house just started doing that, and I was thinking he's got a great life. I need to get on his.
Just keep them happy by if somebody can go out and train once, twice, 3 times a week. It's only 45 minutes to come here. You're out the house probably an hour if you live close enough, and your partner is going to feel the benefit from it. So the whole family's going to feel the benefit from it.
Less anxious, less stressed. Everything just just releases in that session.
Yeah.
And it is a cliche, but happy wife, happy life. I've not been stitched up to say that, by the way.
No,
just stand by it.
It's a true fact, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Ryan mentioned anxiety there as well. I'm guessing you girls see a lot of people coming in with that gym anxiety, maybe even health anxiety. They sort of walk in and maybe think, this can feel quite intimidating. Like,
do you know what? I think by the time they've come through the doors, they actually don't, because I think we see people coming. That's why the cafe is so good, the coffee shop, because people can come in there and sit in there and look through the window and watch. So then they'll see us going out. Like, we don't take ourselves seriously at all, as you know. And we generally, Robin's chasing around, chucking razors everywhere. The dog might be dragging me through somewhere. It's just an environment that's really, really, really like nice and relaxed. So by the time they come back doors and they meet us, the feedback has just been incredible. We've got a lady who, I think she comes once a week just because she wants to just be here. And she said, I've never ever felt an atmosphere like it. She said it radiates the minute you walk through the door. So there's something that's going off in here. And obviously we're not here all the time because we can't be. So the whole place, the team, the members, there's just something.
I think it's you guys. I think you're not giving yourselves enough. Honestly, like even today when I walked in, there was just an energy in here from watching you guys over there, and I forgot that really since our last chat. And you came over, and it was like we spoke last week. Do you know what I mean? And I think you're probably like that, I assume, with everyone in it. Doesn't matter where they're from, what they're doing. As soon as they're in your gym, forget everything at the door. Doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
Let's just crack on. I want to treat everyone the same. And I think you've both got that real nice quality about you. Honestly, I don't underplay that, because I think that's one of the biggest successes here for sure.
It has been one of the things. When we've had new coaches come in, absolutely everyone is meant to feel welcome. So the minute they walk through that door, you better be saying, "You all right? Do you need any help?" Or just an hello's fine, because then they appreciate it a lot, as little as that.
Yeah.
Not everyone goes from a boot camp doing what you were doing to this without having something. Do you know what I mean? You have to look at the writing on the wall there. Like,
absolutely. I think I wouldn't ever see, if I see someone here and I've not seen them before, I'm straight over, you introduce yourself, find out a little bit about them, and I can't imagine not doing that.
There's no ego, basically.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? None whatsoever.
No.
It's all like, which is almost like the complete opposite of what people associate a gym with. And we try and break down that stigma because we're in the industry, but even we're quite surprised sometimes at certain gyms where you go there and there's a very clear hierarchy of people, it's just it's intimidating. Even as someone I've been training in gyms for since I was like 16. I'm 34 now, so almost 20 years. Yeah. And I still now go in certain gyms and feel like there's a hierarchy here. Like I feel a little bit. Oof.
I think our problem probably is we're the members, and I think sometimes we were on about this today. We feel like the minute we walk out the door, they're sort of part of us and then one of our friends. And I have a real habit when I'm talking, if there's someone next to me, I play with the hair. I had a girl, she was quite new, she was sat there and I went, oh no, because I tiddle the hair and she's like, get off now. But it's just, I just feel like they're all like my family, my babies, the kids, you know, the younger ones. And I sort of put my arms around everybody, and we're just part of, you know.
Someone's just come in today, she's 12, it were her 12th birthday, so for a birthday present, her mum bought her a hoodie, a top and a membership. And she come in, and it's so nice. We love the team memberships for that reason. She's going over having a chat with this 12-year-old. She come back and went, "Don't, Rex, I've got someone to help us with TikTok." The 12-year-old that comes to the gym.
But literally, I questioned her about it. I chatted to her, she was a bit shy at first, but then when I got her rapport going, and I could see her lift herself up, and I thought, if that's her, she's only been in the gym today for the first time, and I thought that's going to be her first memory of the gym. So that, and I could see she'd lifted herself right up, and she's going to do a TikTok for me. So win-win.
I love that.
They're the right people to have
Absolutely,
TikTok,
yeah.
by the way. Yeah.
Speaking of first memories of gyms, do you want to reminisce on your first, I suppose, first stepping into a gym? Because I know you've been doing it for a while, Bex,
Yeah,
but I know you got into
when you first started, like...
I was 40.
40, were you? When you first stepped into a gym?
Yeah.
Wow. Was that when you went into the ladies' area and saw the pink dumbbells, broken cable machine?
No, so I did. I was a horse rider by trade. That's what I used to do.
Okay.
I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie. I lost the horse, and I thought I need to do something else here. And so I signed up just randomly for it. My mum had just had cancer, and I'd seen this 100-mile bike ride in Cheshire for Marie Curie, and I signed up, and I thought, shit, I've not been on a bike since I was about 12. So I walked into Sam Jones.
How did you sign up to a bike ride?
Because it was Marie Curie, it was a cancer thing, and I just saw it, and I thought, I've got to do something. I thought, oh, no. So I went
100
into...
mile, not 100 metre.
Yeah. So I walked into it with Sam Jones then, and didn't really know what I was doing, but literally just fell in love with it straight away. Just that, I don't even know. You know, you just feel you've got that path, and I feel like I've just never come off it. I knew where I was kind of meant to be.
I think anyone who's been training for as long as we have has had that moment, haven't they, really?
Yeah.
Where they kind of just, they knew they were at home, like, this feels right, I want to be here all the time. And obviously that 12-year-old, it sounds like that for her was that first moment. And it must be so nice looking in on that and going,
it's lovely.
I get it, I know what you're going through now, you're going to absolutely love it.
Yeah.
What about you, Bex? Because I always remember, like, back to our days at EIS with like Jacob and Robbie and Chris, and I'm like, you always seem to have it together, and I'm like, I wonder how long Bex has been training for.
I don't think anyone's ever said that to me before. I'll take it.
Ryan's going to ring you up later.
No, I was really young when I fell in love with training and I can honestly say probably when I was really young, my mum had one night a week. We ate really well as kids, but we had one night a week where we'd have pizza chips, and my mum and dad would have a normal tea, and I would have the normal tea. I loved it from being probably 12 onwards. In fact, the only time I ever behaved in school when it was PE. It literally has been something. And my gym it were 18, because back then that was the age that you could really join gyms, but before that I did so much running. So I was 18 and I fell in love with it from then.
Two ends then, two different ends of the spectrum.
But I loved exercise from being really, really young.
Mega. And it goes to show that there's not one path into this. There's you can chuck yourself into a 100-mile bike ride from day dot.
I know.
Or
A bike ride though. But did you even know if you could ride a bike?
Well, I can. I'd BMXs and that, but
Better cycling than running though.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you know what? I loved it though. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. But anything like, I mean, obviously we've done all the walks. We just like being out there and just pushing yourselves, and it's great. And we want more people to do it.
How are you finding the socials, by the way? Because I saw we're at a celebration of 3 or 4 years. 4 years, and everyone dressed in black. I think
They weren't meant to be.
They weren't meant to be.
Liz decided.
We decided.
No, Liz decided to go with the redefined colours, and they were like, that's grey, orange, and black.
Oh, right. And everybody came in black.
Oh, did they?
Because there's no other option. It's orange or grey.
I don't own anything orange, I don't think.
Well, we once did a hen do for one of the girls, one of the members, and we all went in orange, and she didn't know.
It was summer though.
And
it was
We
easier.
all turned up in orange, and it was great. So that was the idea behind it.
So it wasn't. We all looked like we were going to feel
nice. But yeah, it was great though.
Yeah, there were
Brilliant night,
86 women that came.
In fact, on that, we had 2 members who turned up and didn't know anybody. They came on their own to the social.
Oh wow,
that's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's massive.
Yeah, and she's Ed locked into it. Was great. We were fine.
Nuggy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it did. So yeah, no, that was good.
I love the female social dynamic as well. I find it really fascinating because, as me and Ryan know, lads' social dynamic is so different. We just rip piss out of each other, and
Well, we do.
But again, seeing that bleeding over into it, I'm like, that's great. It's such a good bonding experience, and you go through some hard stuff together in here.
Absolutely.
So why not? Should we transition into some training questions? So now we had a few training questions. We had a question about pelvic floor, all right, which that popped up a few times in some questions that I got.
So I'm really sorry to everyone, but you're not going to get that much from us. And the reason being is because it's not something we specialise in. Like it isn't, because if you're paying us to do a session with you, that is something that you could do at home in your own time. It's a very basic thing. It's not something you do a massive great deal of in the gym.
It's not part of your plan.
No, it won't be. So you're spending a lot of money on that hour, and it would be something you'd be encouraged to do in your own time.
And I
your pelvic floor, yeah. Would you agree?
It's never really crossed my mind.
So it's almost a byproduct for like...
it's just something that you learn to train and control your body.
Your midwife will usually give you advice around it when you... she did with me.
And also, and a lot of girls will know this, like a pelvic floor can be really... If you can go to the toilet and you can stop whatever you're doing halfway through, you've got a strong pelvic floor. That doesn't mean to say, I know I've got a really strong pelvic floor from years of horse riding, you can stop your wee mid-flow, for example, but that's not going to say that if you're doing squat jumps or if you're doing something that's like, that's going to stop that. That's not how it works.
I once saw someone compare it to like getting a stronger grip,
Yeah.
which if you want to develop a stronger grip,
exactly
it's got to be frequent.
Absolutely.
And I think from a pelvic floor aspect, there's no point coming in and just doing an hour's worth of pelvic squeezes. Like, what's
I see the pelvic floor a bit like your bicep, like it's very isolated.
Absolutely.
It's one thing.
Yeah. So you make everything
I'm not
around
going to
it
lie,
strong.
if you were doing that in your pelvic floor in gym, I
think some people might.
Because you can do it without no one knowing. It's not something that I have ever coached in my life or been asked for to be coached for. So I don't, we honestly rang each other.
We saw that question, we were both going to Google it.
We were like, I think we need to Google it.
Women post-pregnancy who've maybe not tightened up as much as they would like.
Absolutely.
And so a lot of the time, I think people probably got more of a weak core than they have.
I was 100% going to say that. And to be honest, if somebody really had a problem, we would say probably go and see a doctor.
Yeah.
Because we're very careful to stay in our lane as well. We don't know everything about this thing.
And I'm glad you're saying that as well, because a lot of people will just bullshit and go, do you know what?
We don't know.
We're the women's coaches, we're going to do everything.
We're really not.
Know what you know and be happy to recommend if not.
Absolutely.
I feel like people don't distinguish between core and then pelvic health as well. It's a completely different thing. Do you know? Like that they're expecting it to do. Yeah.
I think you've got to be really careful post-pregnancy about how much you do and have some exercises that you're doing, Kegels, things like that, for sure.
Anything that we can, anybody who comes in after being able to train after having a baby, yes, we can 100% work with you. We love to do that. However, we work, like I said, very careful, stay in our lane.
I feel like Brad said everything right. It's something that you should be doing.
Yeah.
All the time, not once a week.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to clip that up for my wife, by the way. Brad did everything right. I'll just set it as a ringtone. I'm going to claim that. Another training-related question we got was about full body workouts compared to, Liz touched on it earlier, about like a bro split. For any women coming in and they're thinking, I might try this full body thing out. What advice would you give them?
What you've got to think, if you're a gen pop, let's say, training 3 times a week, and you come in and one day you train your glutes and hamstrings, one day back and buys, for example, one quads. If your aim is to get stronger and see definition and muscle growth, you're not going to do it training like that, because you're not hitting your muscles the right amount of times a week with the right reps. You're going to be that sore if you do it properly anyway. You're not going to be able to touch it for the next week. So for us, and we do different splits like anterior, posterior, push-pull legs, but I personally massively favour full body.
We feel
you
like
can hit them multiple times in the week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to be, if a lot of women do want the bigger glutes, bigger legs. We are going to do that, but we'd never, ever, ever encourage somebody to do
a bro split.
We just
a woman. I will say it, and it might not. People might argue a woman should never do a bro split.
No.
Can we rename
a lot
it?
of men shouldn't do a bro split.
Women have been proven to be able to work at a higher volume than men because of the estrogen repair. So women can train lower body a bit more frequently and at a higher volume than men and recover a little bit better. That's been proven scientifically. So I think your leg session and it been you're gonna burn a lot more calories, use a lot more energy, i.e. a better outcome. So
So no
bro split. In fact, I'm gonna say I don't even think men should really do bro split.
Yeah.
So
and the bro split doesn't involve legs, by the way, if you don't know.
Absolutely, So that's a massive bugbear.
I can see the online program now. What's the female equivalent of like a bro split? We're calling it a gal split.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah,
there you go.
Oh my god, I like it. A gal split.
You can have that. I'm not going to
Trending,
copyright it.
it's
There you go,
trending.
trending. We had another question about, I suppose, frustrations, which I'll read it out word for word actually. What is the most frustrating thing about female fitness that Liz and Rebecca see right now? Whether it's, I know we spoke about marketing and I suppose the lies that are told to women. Is there any massive frustrations that you girls see that you think, that needs to just get in the bin?
I do think it's just the whole noise around so many different. I think everybody just complicates it far too much, and it doesn't need to be for financial gain.
Yeah. If it was simple though, half of the fitness social media accounts wouldn't exist.
Good.
Terrible. I know. But
I think
it'd be boring. The boring stuff is unfortunately the stuff that works.
It is the marketing around coaches. Like we said, menstrual cycle. Pregnancy, I don't disagree with. If you want to specialise in it, I don't disagree in it, actually. It's one that I don't. But like menopause, all of these specialist areas, you really should be able, any coach that is a good coach should be able to work in them areas and not actually need to have this specialist area, because it's not really, is it?
No, and I agree. And I think I've got another frustration massively for me is women seem to, and I don't know why, a lot of women seem to focus on the small stuff and overlook the big stuff. So if you've not got the right training in place, you shouldn't be worrying about having BCAAs.
Well said. Mic drop.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder what the ratio is, do you reckon, of like men and women who buy supplements? Do you reckon there's more women that buy supplements or men?
I would say 100%.
Would you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Collagen has gone through a roof.
Absolutely.
It's not one that I don't believe should be had either, actually.
I think if you get the right person selling it, you could be so bought in on everything. Every single, you could have 50 of them and you'd be convinced that every single 50 of those, every single one of those 50 does the right thing for you and you 100%. Need it in your life.
You are in a powerful position as someone in this industry, and you can use it for good or you can use it to gain profit financially. I know I'm pretty good at selling things, and I know for well if I bought a lot of stuff and wanted to sell it, I probably could. Because I like sales, I like what it does, but only if I really believe in it. Do you know?
Yeah. That's where the best salespeople are.
Absolutely.
In products they believe in.
Got to believe in it.
Yeah. I think the bit that bothers me at the minute is you look at the numbers behind how much money the fitness industry is worth now, but the results have never been worse.
Absolutely.
And that blows my mind.
It's horrific, isn't it?
Yeah. It's really, really bothering me. And I think it takes...
That is social media, that.
Yeah, and it's that influencer era, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. They need
TikTok,
to ban influencers.
wow. What are you doing? Saw it on TikTok.
Yeah. Stop
all
now.
the time.
Any TikTok exercises that keep cropping up?
Oh, and Instagram as well. It's horrific. I can't stand it.
What are the worst ones? Any that have cropped up?
Do you know when they just like... What's one where they flip the hips. Have you seen that one?
No.
With the Asian ladies.
Oh no, what's
Have you
this?
not seen
No,
it?
no.
I've not seen this.
Where they
You
just
mean
stand
demo?
and there's a I'm not doing it. But where they stand and it's like to get a flatter abdomen and they just stand and do this thing with the hips. Have you not seen that yet? I'm going to send it to you.
Okay, yeah, I want to see that.
I don't fancy Googling that, so that'd be...
And
Also, your wife's so
and I feel like there's going to be recently, I've seen quite a few more of it, this thing of lighter weight, more reps. I think that's coming through at the minute because people can do it at home, so they sell you the home thing. Stop it. Yeah, you're not going to, if you've got 3K in each hand, you're doing 500 reps, you are not doing anything.
There needs to be some contrast to that. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, definitely.
There's a limit with home training. I'm going through that with a few clients at the moment where they've maxed out everything they can do with a couple of 10, even like a couple of 10 kg.
You get so far, can't you?
It can take you to a great spot, but eventually you need to make that jump into some serious lifting.
100%, yeah, and that's why we'd love to be here. And
It drove me mad in lockdown.
yeah, there's only so
that
much.
walk to that garage. It's just depressing.
Were you not in your unit then during
No,
lockdown?
no.
Were you not?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
after.
It's a shame, isn't it?
I know. Oh my God, don't.
I had my own little gym at home. In the
Did you?
garage.
Yeah, you were sound.
Yeah.
I had to go to my garage where I had this much room because it was compacted at both sides, and I've got TRX and like a couple of kettlebells, and I'm like,
He's in there as well.
help.
Yeah, we're in there.
We had a question as well about the future of women's fitness. Where do you see that going, for the better, for the worse?
Oh, I hope, God, for the better. I do think it will.
Is there enough voices
that's-
like you though compared to these influencers and people who are pushing these messages on TikTok and funny exercises? Who's
Johnny, I think anything that gets women moving has got to be a good thing as a start. But I do think there is. But I think something's got to be done. I think this influencer stuff has got to be stopped. You know, there's got. If I was in Parliament, then you've got to stop it. You're not telling the truth. You're selling dreams to people that you're always setting them up to fail.
and everyone wants something new as well, don't they? It's like you were talking about like what I eat in a day. I was walking past the living room the other day and my missus on some Instagram thing and it cropped up, join me for a day at work. I thought, who's I just finished a 12-hour day and I'm coming up and I'm having to watch someone's day at work, and I thought that's probably come off the back of them being like, well, everyone's showing what they eat, everyone's showing how they train, I'm just going to do a day at my work. I just thought that's where it's going now. That's everyone's trying to do the next big thing and like just think outside the box a little bit with it, but it then just becomes this nonsense that everyone's pushing.
Just take it back to basics. You can't reinvent the wheel every single year. It's boring.
What if we did a really honest one? Like, what would a day in the life of you both look like? Because mine would be proper boring. That would be horrendous. It'd be like, is that all he does?
Yeah, it's quite simple.
It would be. Someone did say though, I would love to watch a programme of YouTube.
It would be.
We spend 90% of the day on the phone to each other if we're not together.
Yeah, we do.
Like, she's probably, I feel like she might be the last person I speak to at night and Ryan's in bed.
Do you know what? We do feel very privileged that we get to spend all day, every day here. Because who else gets to spend it with, like, I tried to work it out, think, why is it so good? And it's good because the only people we have to mix with, people come through the door that want to be here.
Yeah.
So it's like, I do feel like I just spend all day playing with friends. You know, that's how it feels, and it is great. And then occasionally we'll go in the kitchen and we'll shut the door and we'll scream because like we're frustrated by something. Then we start laughing again, then we're all right.
Bent over rows.
Yeah, bent over rows, like that's the thing.
How do you approach that? Because you've mentioned a few times even before we came on about seeing people doing something not quite right. I assume you've got no issue with going straight up to them and going, look,
or filter.
you know, really?
I don't know if you were here.
Yeah.
She literally stood at top at gym and went and shouted down, "You're not pulling that to your vagina.
No, somebody was
you're pulling it to your clavicle."
Black pull downs are like probably one of the worst exercises we see doing. So it comes down here.
Yeah.
So
Turns into a tricep push
and I was
at
like,
the end,
you meant to pull it to your clavicle, not your vagina. But that was right over. But people expect it, and they come into the gym because they know we're not going to let them do anything where they might hurt themselves or do it wrong.
I think that's
refreshing though, isn't it? Like to have that kind of people on standby that are saying it in a way where actually they're making a joke out of it as well. Because it is, I think we think of this as being really serious when it's absolutely not. Like it is literally, for me, when I walked in here today, it's a playground for adults.
That's exactly what it is.
Do you know what I mean? I look in here, I go, monkey bars, brilliant, hack squat, awesome.
We've got the rope.
Dumbbells, AstroTurf, I want to go and have a little roll around on that.
Yeah, and it actually is that. And I think nobody's scared of doing anything daft because they know that we'll make a joke of it. So they'll try to do something, and we'd rather, like, some of the stuff we see was like, stop doing that now, it's awful.
If I was a member, I'd be doing everything wrong just to get
Just to get reaction.
I'd be going around and purposely going, I was going to get to shout over here now.
But it is really, really, it's fun. It is fun.
One of the questions you guys had was something about the difference between having a mixed sex gym and a female only gym.
Yeah.
And I think it is that when you're in a piece of kit and you're doing something wrong and you're corrected, it's never taken in a way of, sometimes you can feel a bit like when I don't know, it's a bit condescending.
No, honestly,
I think is
I
the
don't
word.
feel.
Yeah, sometimes it can feel that way when a man comes over, and sometimes you don't know what the agenda is.
It's actually a really good point.
But when a woman comes over and even a coach, it's always coming from a place of, thank you so much. And I've never heard anyone say they didn't like it or they felt uncomfortable and that's, I think, what is the nicest.
They've got that stigma, gyms, about being like even, a bit predatory to a certain degree, like with men around there. Do you know what I mean?
Some of the stuff we've heard is terrible.
I bet.
I can't lie. Like we've had girls who were lying on the floor doing crunches and stuff, and we've had guys walk over them.
Over them?
Literally step over.
What? Just so there's a woman on her back doing a crunch, and a bloke literally just walked over the top of her.
Absolutely, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Also, a lady was on the bench, and somebody came over and took one of the weights off the bench.
Oh my God.
I'm rarely shocked.
Yeah.
That stuff really shocks me.
Yeah, we've heard, and then some really bad
stuff.
stuff.
What do you make of this stuff online? I mean, maybe again it's slightly controversial, but Joey Swallows, the guy with the videos, and you get a few videos on there where girls are making videos of guys in the gym that are maybe a little bit predatory. And I don't know, it's hard to kind of know exactly what the context is, and often he will side with the guy and say, actually, I don't think that guy was doing much. It's so hard to know though, isn't it?
It is, but he's taking that from a guy's point of view.
Do you think so?
100%.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this today. I've got a post that I'm just getting ready to do, actually, and now the lights are drawing in the mornings, and a lot of our girls, and me included, are now to think, right, I can't walk my dog there anymore. I can't go for that run anymore. Because it's dark and it's a bit scary. So I think men, luckily, you never have to understand that. You don't have to have your keys in your hand. The amount of times I walk with my keys in my hand, ready to poke somebody straight in the eye if they come near me.
Really?
Yeah, or because, and so I think that point of view, I do it, absolutely, you have it.
The worst person you can try to approach is Liz, by the way, with the keys in her hand.
But I think so. I don't think a man can ever understand.
I agree.
No matter how nice you are, can understand
on a short video online as well, you don't get the whole context of like when they walked into the gym and locked eyes, or how often he moved around the gym, or what he's been doing beforehand. You just see something, you judge it based on what he was doing maybe in that video. It's
that control content.
I think that's why it's difficult for someone like him to say, right, this is the definitive who's right and who's wrong.
Nobody can say that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you never know a person, do you?
No.
Like, you can watch a video and think, well, it looks like this, but that's obviously an isolated incident, isn't it?
And the gym I went to, it's not the case, and it's not what we think either. I went to an absolutely fantastic gym.
Same.
Phil's old gym, Titanium, and honestly, I'd get anyone at Blokes to spot me when I were doing an heavy squat.
Absolutely.
They'd all stand round and wait and get them 3 reps and celebrate. So it isn't always the case.
No.
It's just women that come here would be uncomfortable about, not even they worried that the man's being inappropriate, they just wouldn't approach a man to go, excuse me, you don't mind just showing me how to use this piece of kit? But they will approach another woman and say that.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That literally is as simple as that.
And let's not forget, it's a choice. We're not the only gym. So you can either choose to come to ours as an all-women's gym, or you go to a mixed gym.
Yeah. Coming back to the guys as well in the gym, and the ones that are really good and are willing to help you out, and you feel no threat from whatsoever. They're normally the guys who are fucking training hard as well. Like they're going to that gym to get something out of it.
Yeah.
It's normally the ones who don't train very hard and they're kind of there for something else.
Yeah,
really.
we've always said that if you are a little bit intimidated, the best gyms to go into are your pure down and dirty bodybuilder gyms because they're there for them. They're not there to pick up a woman, you know. They're there to train and train hard.
Yeah,
so
and they'll be exactly like you in there. Where if you see something wrong, they'll call you out in a really good way, though.
Yeah,
and also,
I love that.
there is the women that go into the gyms, mixed-sex gyms, to meet someone.
Yeah.
So we do
absolutely.
know that. Not all women want to avoid men.
Yeah.
They go to the gym to meet men. So.
For sure. No, yeah.
And
sure.
the biggest compliment I can give you two is you've probably played such an integral part in encouraging women to lift heavier, to pick up some dumbbells and break down these myths, which another question I got was the age old, does lifting weights make me bulky? And I always use the analogy of, you know, getting into a car and being worried that you're going to be an F1 driver.
Absolutely, yeah, that's one of my favourites.
I hear that, like, is that still a thing? Do you still hear that a lot from?
A little bit.
Not as
often,
much.
no.
Oh, really?
Not
Okay.
often,
That's good.
Yeah, not as much now. I do think people are really understanding the need for muscle mass and longevity.
I think that's probably one thing in the women's area that's really come on, I would say.
Yeah,
the fact that it's being championed by even the influencers will be showing you squats and deadlifts and girls are like, you know, it's a big thing since I started 10 years ago. Girls actually want muscle now.
Absolutely.
They want to be strong.
They're promoting a different body image now as well.
Which is very good. That's probably the best direction, I think, women's fitness is going.
100% agree.
Yeah.
In terms of questions, there's been a lot of cross-reference there. Like we have rattled through quite a lot there. Is there anything that you girls want to bring to the floor to speak to your members, like potential members, stuff that could be any preconceptions that they've got about you as a gym or you as a company?
I think one of the things that really surprised me, and we've only had it brought to us a couple of times, is the perception that potentially an all-women's gym could be quite bitchy. And that actually really, it kind of set me back a bit, because I never ever even crossed my mind in a million years that people could think that. And it's anybody who thinks that, I would pay you to come in and have a look and just to see and tell me, because it's literally, in fact, my other half said the other day we were in the supermarket and there was 3 girls separately that came and said hello and we were chatting, and he walked away and he went, "Bit like a cult you lot, aren't you?"
And my partner says it
literally
all the time.
Because I feel like with that, I think once we just want to have that many people join us enough to, like, we're fiercely protective and supportive of each other, and it is. I probably
And
think
they all
it is a little bit
champion
like,
it, like, so I feel
I think it is a bit like
redefine the cult.
Yeah, but I just want it to get. That's not that it's clicky in any way, shape, or form. 'Cause it's not. But I just think once you walk through those doors and you're part of this, we're just like a pack of lionesses who just look after each other.
Yeah, it's a good analogy, that lionesses.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like.
Every lioness wants to eat. They all end on the same mission. You girls are all on that same mission.
And I like my food, but I'll share my food with you if you're in here. So yeah, I think that's.
Yeah.
And it's probably quite a damning report on society as a whole that
Absolutely.
we don't feel like we can have community anymore. We can't, maybe that's faded. And then when you do get a strong community like this, it is seen as a bit weird.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
Yeah. So
why do you
I'm
think
glad
that is? Why as a society do women think that those women's groups might be quite bitchy? Is it down to like things in other areas of society where it's like certain groups and
I think it
stuff
must be like you can't sit with us type thing. I really do.
Mean girls kind of
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And I have said that I think gyms as a whole, if you see any sort of bitchiness, it's generally when there's blokes involved and they both want the same one. Whereas we have got that takes it straight out of here, because you've got none of that. Okay. You're not peacocking to anybody, you've got nobody to show off to.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks they're better than anybody else. And
I guarantee there's a lot of girls put off by that though, because they want to go on peacock as well.
Absolutely.
But like you said, the girls are there.
Absolutely.
Honestly,
it's horses for courses, isn't it? You know, if you want to go meet somebody, that's there's loads of gyms.
A lot of people don't join because they do train with a partner as well, like that.
That is a downside to it, isn't it?
We can't even train with our partners.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you into a secret before we started. we were using
Did
some
you
of the
do
kit.
them? Did you?
We were doing
Of
the
course we
monkey
did, yeah.
bars.
Did you
And I took
do
a video
them?
and I thought, are we the only men ever took monkey bars?
James, James was on the leg extension in
Yeah.
the last gym and left the whole racking up, and when the girls got on and went, oh my God,
Who's done
which
that?
woman's lifted that? And we were like,
Yeah, Ryan jumped up the road, didn't he?
oh yeah, first thing Ryan did, jumped straight up there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it did feel a bit taboo, that, Ryan, didn't it? Like,
Yeah,
I'd go there.
I was like, I might be the first bloke ever using this safety bar.
and yeah, I mean, look, girls, you've been amazing, generous with your time. So just for transparency, this is a Saturday tipping into an evening now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we really wanted to showcase what you girls have built and do it in probably the only time ever it's been quiet.
We should have brought Prosecco, mate.
That's waiting at home for me. I can't wait.
And again, like, honestly, we can't thank you enough. And I think if anyone wants to come and pay you a visit or check out the app or even just ping you girls a message,
Absolutely.
like, what can they do to find you?
Just go on the website, hit the contact button, drop us a message.
we always do, we do a little taster session, gym or class, if you want to give it a try before you buy.
Yeah, absolutely. We will be hitting the membership numbers that we want and then closing the doors.
Awesome. Yeah, love that ethos as well. You want to cap it because you don't
Absolutely.
want, you know, even now, like if you go to a pure gym, how many people are there
We
evening
don't-
time
we don't
in
want
the
that.
summer? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nuts.
One thing that really stuck with me from our first episode were, I can't remember which one of you said it, but it was echoed between no woman gets left behind.
Absolutely.
And I've gathered that from just
That
what you've done
sounds
now.
like a list.
Yeah,
That was
so-
mine.
Sentence,
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
That's great.
You need that on like a little plaque on the wall or something.
Yeah,
like.
we run
We've got a
out of
few.
money. We've got a few we need to do, but we need to get a bit more money in first. We're skint.
Wall to wall camel
Just
toes
paint
going
it.
up.
Just paint it on the wall.
Wall to wall.
What's all camel toes going? We've got a few that are going up there. We just needed to get.
Yeah, badass,
we're feeling
be a
the place
great
now.
ass.
Oh, yeah,
We've
badass
got
with a
it.
good ass. There's a few. We just have to get a feel for it, and we now know exactly what we want and where we are with it. So.
Amazing. Honestly, what you're building's incredible, and long may it continue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Girl, I just want to
you.
say massive well done for this. You know, from me to you, this is an awesome facility. Anyone who's a girl, not just in this area but in Sheffield, needs to come and check this out because they're under such good wings with you two. They really are. And I think to you last time, I was like, my missus has loved this, even at the old studio.
Yeah, absolutely.
All week I was like, you need to go and see Liz and Rebecca. And I still can't convince her. Maybe when she comes back in, you can have a little
Absolutely.
word. But
Yeah.
you know, she'd love it in here, and anyone who's into fitness and training would absolutely love this. Absolutely. For
There's
sure.
not many people who come in and try it and don't join.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For a
very
reason.
much,
Look at it. You know what I mean?
Testament to you.
Thank you, guys.
No,
Appreciate that.
thank you.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Guys, thank you for joining us on Fit Dad's podcast. We'll see you next one.
See you soon. Thank you,
Awesome.
girls.
Girls, thank you so
Honestly,
much.
really
Yeah,
good.
that was
Thank you.
brilliant.